our hands together for Chris Wineland. He's been hanging out with the evaluators all day. He's been evaluating. He's been doing a great job. But Chris Wineland is actually with New Life Drama Company, and they are a ministry right out of Scottsdale. So Chris Wineland's gonna give us some jokes, and so I hope you guys are ready to laugh a little bit as we kind of just allow it to breathe a little bit and have some fun here tonight. So Chris Wineland, can you welcome him again to the stage? Here you go.
Yeah, that was good. You guys applaud like my parents do every time I walk out of the house. He's gone, yes, he's finally gone. Now he's just taking out the trash and let him back in. My family's crazy. My last name is Wineland, or if you're a hostess at Applebee's, it's pronounced Wineland. Party of one. Or if you're a barista at Starbucks, my name's pronounced Walter. You didn't even try Starbucks. But people always ask me if it's a stage name, and it's not. My real name is Wineland. You drink too much wine, you land on the ground. At least that's what my grandma used to say, because she was an Elkie. It's pastor approved, guys, pastor approved. My grandma inspired me. You know how older people can inspire you? I remember when I was a kid and I lost a tooth, I'd put it under my pillow, right? And the next morning money would be there, right? Well, I've been looking at my grandma and I realized something. When I get older and I live in a nursing home, I want to put money under my pillow and hope teeth pop out. Look, Earl, I got one. Nope, just a cracker, Jack, my bad. My bad. I'm really on the move here. I'm really committed to this part of the bit. That's gonna be me when I'm old, you guys, so just prepare yourselves. I'm actually really afraid to live in a nursing home when I get older, because I'm afraid of who I'm gonna be living with. Have you guys seen our generation lately? Pray for me. You're gonna be still in my oxygen tank, hooking it up to a wheelchair like Nas on a car, limping around with the hydraulic walkers, corduroy pants sagging down to your behinds. And there's gonna be gangs in the nursing homes, of course there are, but the gangs will be called the cryptitis and the blood clots. That's our generation. I don't get my own generation. It's so weird. For the past 2 years, and this is absolutely true, I've been referring to memes as memes. That's 100% true. People go, hey man, have you seen this meme? I go, I don't know what you're talking about, but you should look at this hilarious meme. I look like an idiot. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. I'm not the only one that's bad at this though. I got a text the other day, and it said, just try to guess what age this text came from. It said, pray for me. Just like that with a W. Like some weird Adam Sandler. Pray, oh. Pray for me. My tummy hurts. What age do you think that was? Some people think 8, 7, 11. That age was my mother. My mom doesn't text like she's learning how to use an iPhone. My mom texts like she's learning English. Every time she picks up a smartphone, she was born in Pennsylvania, but every time she picks up a smartphone, she's a Chinese immigrant. Why you not talk? Why you not talk to me? Call to me, call to me. Poor woman. She got all her local Chinese places. They have her text when the delivery's on the way. Delivery on way! Food be here soon! Man, Mom. Her and I do get Chinese food a lot, though. Anybody love Chinese buffets? Round of applause if you love Chinese buffets. I love them. I love Chinese buffets, and it's not just because of the food, and that's good, but I love Chinese buffets because of one thing, the music. It's gorgeous and beautiful and in a completely different language. If you really want to mess with the people across from you in the table, start singing along. Ching chong, shahi wang, shahi wang, shakong. You don't know what you're saying, but you're an American. You're gonna be confident. I learned that people at buffets won't mind if you sing it there, but turns out nobody likes it when you sing that song anywhere else. Like I was putting my kids to bed and I was like, all right, good night, kids. Ching chong, shahi wa, shahi wa, shakong. And my kids are like, who are you? You're not our dad. And I wasn't. But you can't let them win the argument because that's bad fake parenting. So I grounded them for a week and Ubered out as quick as I could. It was ridiculous. My childhood was ridiculous. Anybody have a ridiculous childhood? Yes, one person. My childhood was so crazy. I remember when I was younger, about the ages of 8 or 9, my mother was very protective of me. I thought it was because she loved me. Turns out we just didn't have medical. We grew up real poor. We had poor Christmases, but my dad called it living as close to the way Jesus was born. Like, hey, he didn't have electricity either. Let's walk home, come on. We ain't driving. We were so broke growing up. And it's crazy. And I think one of the reasons why we were broke is because I grew up from a divorced family. Anybody grow up with divorced parents? Okay. That was kind of strange, actually. Half the people were like, and then one person was like, me. I am. We're going to have to pray for you later. You need some weird healing or something. I grew up divorced. It was right, literally, like I was 5 years old. So I grew up thinking that that's what love was. So like when my sister and I would play house, we would just yell at each other about unreached dreams. And the game would always end with me giving her half my stuff. We could only play that game a couple times. I ran out of stuff. I was like, I don't understand the concept of playing house, but here's all my good stuff here. The only good thing about growing up with divorced parents is Christmas gifts. Yes, the same one that was happy the first time. Now I understand the core there, what you're going through. You guys, Christmas gifts, for those that don't know, when your parents are divorced, you get 2 Christmases. That's 2 Christmas presents. Or just me? Okay, just 2. That's all I got. No, you get double amount of Christmas presents. And what I did not take into account, however, was the quality of the presents to drop way down. So like, for instance, when my parents were together, I got one beautiful Buzz Lightyear. When my parents got divorced, I got 2 sets of batteries for my dying Buzz Lightyear. And they were used batteries. So store for me. Christmas was confusing growing up. I really got confused about Santa because there was all this divorce battles going on that I thought the only reason I saw Santa once a year was because it was court ordered. Be like, Santa, are you my dad? And that mall Santa didn't know the answer, so I don't know where I was. I had to get out of there. But no, it's okay to laugh, you guys. Approved jokes. Also, just a quick side note, I don't know if you've ever gone through anything bad, but the best, most healing thing is when you laugh, okay? Yes, same person. Yes, you laugh, bad things are happening. I think we need to pray for Job over here. She is embracing it, but it's almost in too bad of a way. Just, yeah, my life is bad. These aren't even my clothes. I just kind of found them on the side of the road. We should laugh though, right? I feel like I'm gonna have a breakdown. What's your name? Emily? Emily Faith? No way. My mom's name is Barb. Some of you guys are like, did he not listen? It was Emily Faith. That poor girl has been through enough. You gotta give her a different name already, huh? What's wrong with you? Oh, I grew up with siblings, and so I guess that's made me afraid to have kids at some point. I'm slightly afraid to have kids, but it's only because I'm bad at talking to babies. I don't know if anybody ever has had this problem. I was in the subway in Chicago, and this baby looks at me, and the baby goes, "Hi." I said, "Hey, how you doing, baby? What's going on?" And the baby looks at me and goes, "Hi." I say, "Yeah, no, we've been through that already. Let's move on to another discussion point." And the baby has the gall to look me dead in the eyes with those cute little baby eyes and go, "Hi." I said, "I am done with you. You are making me doubt my conversation skills. Take your briefcase and get out." It was a very weird baby. So my sister had me watch my niece for like an hour. I said, "An hour? I'm going to destroy this kid. I don't know what to say." And she goes, "No, just tell her a story. It'll be good." So I did. I said, "Sit down, baby. We're going to talk for a second. How you doing, by the way?" She's like, "Hi." I was like, "No, we ain't even doing that right now." I said, "Once upon a time, where I grew up, was born and raised, Philadelphia, there was this playground, which I had spent the majority of my days. I was chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school, when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom got scared. She said, "You move when you're out here and Uncle in Bel Air." I have told my 3-year-old niece the story of the Fresh Prince 7 times. She is convinced that I am Will Smith and I don't know what to do. The first story she has heard is a lie about her uncle. This is why I can't have kids, but if I did have kids, you see how quickly I switch over? That's what us Christians do. All of us Christians, we just love kids. You ever notice that? We love getting married too. It's like, "Hi, I'm 17. Me and my wife have been married for 16 years. How? So, yeah, we have 37 children. They're all named Isaiah. But half of the people call him Jeremiah, so I don't know why that's confusing. If I ever do have kids, I want 12 sons, which is probably why I'm not married yet. And I want to name them all after the disciples, because that would be hilarious. It'd also be kind of cool, but I'm not going to lie, I'd be a little biased. I'd be like, "All right, disciples, kids, it's time for your allowance. There you go, James. There you go, John. Oh, there you go. Oh, Thomas, you doubted." You doubted, but there you go. And there you go, and no, Judas, no, you get nothing. Nothing, Judas. Oh, you know what you've done. You're gonna go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Meanwhile, the rest of us are gonna watch Peter try to walk on the pool. Just walk, Peter. Don't doubt me. I got really mean there at the end to my kids. I don't know what happened. Peter, get on the pool. I took a lifeguard class. Get in that pool. That is a mean parent. I don't have kids because I'm not yet married. I've actually, is it weird that the one thing I relate to the most in this world is the movie The Runaway Bride? Because I've been engaged 3 times in my life. It's absolutely true. I've been engaged 3 times because comedians love callbacks. That's a fantastic joke. You're gonna think about that later. I guarantee you how funny that one is. But I realized I had some dysfunction in my relationships before, and that caused all these weird engagements. And I realized that it was because of two things. One, I think my parents' divorce really had me doubting that I could actually be loved. And then I came to Jesus and I found out that through him I can be loved. So that, amen? The second reason is I love proposals. I love proposals. Don't judge me. You haven't done it yet. Wait until you do it. It's fantastic. You just got your heart beating so fast, and you're just like, hold on, let me just tie my shoe. Hello. I don't even have shoelaces. I'm a baby man. Take this ring. Marry me. It's so much fun. It's always the third question on a date for me. What's your name? What's your favorite color? Can your dad pay for the ceremony? It's always a good one. Good question. I realize this, I even get married in video games too quick. I get married in Sims way too quick. You ever play the game Sims? You get to create your guy, live his life. 2 seconds in, I married the maid. She was just supposed to clean the house. How'd I get married? I just freaked out, put her in the pool, took out the ladder. 10 minutes later, I'm a bachelor. Don't get upset. She ain't real. It's a game. Some of y'all are like, man, we gotta pray for this boy later on. He's yelling at his son, Peter, throwing everybody in the pool. That's what he's doing. The problem is, though, even before I don't even know how people would say yes to me because I was terrible at dates. The worst date that I've ever been on, this is absolutely true, went on this date with this girl named Megan. Everybody say Megan. Yes, thank you. So I went on this date with this girl named Megan. After the date, we go to separate, right? I'm supposed to go to my car, she's gonna go to her car, but something happened. I decided to talk. That ain't good, guys. I walked up to her and I said, your name's Megan, right? Oh yeah. Trust me, I know what I did. I didn't realize until after I said it, so then I said to myself out loud, you're so stupid. So she got, your name's Megan, right? You're so stupid. And I realized what happened, so I just walked away. That's all I did. Never talked to her again. It's gotta be the weirdest thing. Like she goes to her roommates and they're like, oh, how was the date? Well, he didn't know my name. He assumed it. Then he called me an idiot. And then he walked away. So pretty good. Pretty sure I'm gonna get a text from him later. So I'm never really that good at talking to people, and it becomes kind of awkward for me. And so I ended up in all these unhealthy relationships, and then God worked in my life, and then I became healthy. I actually lost 50 pounds last year, you guys. Thank you. Yes. Look at that. I like that. You guys applaud that out here. I was born in the South. We don't applaud weight loss in the South. We're concerned about it. Last time I went to my family, they gave me a pamphlet of eating disorders, coupons to Dairy Queen. The church kids took up a love offering of donuts and pixie sticks. The chubby one even gave me his extra church bagel. What a good pastor's son right there, and tell you what. Little Timmy's got a heart of love and fat. A lot of fat. Over in my hometown, though, we're so used to being overweight that we only lose weight if we absolutely have to. You'd be like, hey Larry, how come Jim Bob has been running in the mornings? Oh, Jim Bob? Oh, he witnessed a murder. Yeah, he has to lose at least 40 pounds before they stop recognizing him. He's just escaping. Guys, these jokes have been approved. I don't know how many times I gotta write that down in nothing, in air. But I lost 50 pounds, and I think the reason is because I moved to the West Coast, and everybody out here likes to be a lot more healthy. So I met these friends, right? And they were like, hope you don't mind, but we like to have fun and exercise. And they were liars. Because we did not have fun. We just exercised. Like to this day, that's all my friends do is exercise with me. Like still, like I'm pretty sure they're not my friends. I'm pretty sure I'm at fat camp. They're like, keep running, don't hide the Kit Kats under your pillow. It's like, how'd you find out about that? Okay, all right, fine. It's crazy. These new healthy friends, they showed me things I ain't never seen before. Like gyms. Anybody ever been to a Planet Fitness? If you have not been, somebody's very positive back there. Yes, I have been. If you have not been to a Planet Fitness, you need to go just to read the names of the machines. They're hilarious. Does anybody know this machine? By the way, that is the most embarrassing machine I have ever seen in my life. Have you noticed nobody ever wants to get caught on that machine? They're always like, look, squirrel. No, what? What? No, I thought it was a bench. But do you guys know what they call this? Well, they call this weird, but... Hey, how's it going? How you doing? What's up? I think somebody just woke up in their chair. What is that? His wife's like, I think it's a Lamaze class. Oh boy, we slept in. I just hinted that this church does Lamaze class in the mornings, which is weird. But no, you know what they call this machine, you guys? They call it the hip abductor. It abducts your hip? How does that happen? Hey, you fat little hip. You like candy? Get in the van. Get in the van, you fat hip. You're gonna die. The hip wakes up in a warehouse somewhere, just... When can I go home? When you stop eating cupcakes, you fatty. Months later, someone's walking down the road. They're like, oh, Carol, you look great. Oh, thanks. It was the hip abductor. Completely abducted my hip. Tortured it for a couple weeks. Made it cry. And now it's a vegan. I could just keep that gaze. Just go on the side of the road, try doing that to people. That's strange. Hip abductor? Vegans. It's a weird thing to say. But I knew that I had a problem with weight gain because I got into desserts. Anybody obsessed with desserts? Yes, for me it's cake, which, side note, I bet if birthday cakes could talk, I bet they just blow and spit all over your face and say, how do you like it? But I had to cut out some of the desserts and start exercising because I started wheezing. You ever wheeze? Wheezing is like whispering for the lungs. We shouldn't do this. We should stop this. My baby sister just got a cat. Anybody have a cat? Yes, the cat people are here. Oh no, let's just lay hands. Dear God, just please deliver them of all the weird cat lovingness that they have. So my baby sister got a cat and my parents did something weird. They let her name the cat. Okay, parents, listen to me. Never let your child name the cat. You have no idea what they'll come up with. She named the cat Princess Kitty. Do you know how embarrassing that is for me as a man? To be like, hey guys, come on into the house, we're gonna play some some video games, we're gonna eat some beef jerky, and Princess Kitty, get off the table. Like, that is not a manly name. And I'll tell you what, I don't like that name for the cat, but I'm pretty sure he hates it even more. Mr. Princess Kitty is not happy. Tell you what. My sister's so funny too, because she'll get in arguments with my dad. I've never seen that before. And, I'm very respectful with my parents, or as far as you guys know I am. And I am, don't judge me. And they do something weird with my kid, or not my kid, what the heck? What is happening? I'm making some weird accusations about myself. Man, Facebook's gonna look really weird tomorrow about me. So, he has a kid and he yells at him, tells him to get in the pool. So, my baby sister, she gets mad. And parents, let me just hear by a round of applause. Do you ever have to lecture your kids? Just clap. Anybody? Okay. Kids, students, have you ever gotten lectured by your parents? Yes. Well, listen, okay, I want to clear the air so that there's no more tension between you guys. Okay? Parents, when you get mad at your student, your child, your own flesh and blood, for talking back to you, I just want to clarify something. They are not talking back to you. They would never do that. They love you and they respect you. All they're doing is trying to look mentally insane so you'll be weirded out and stop talking. That's why they'll roll their eyes in the back of their skull, start huffing and puffing real loud. And you parents get so mad. And then the kids, see, you think that we're talking back at you. We aren't. Because we'll go, oh, I'll tell you. We're not talking back. No. All we're doing is trying to make you think that we have voices in our heads. That way you'll treat us like a lot of the homeless people on the road. Just give us money and walk away. That's all we want. What is this kid doing? So we just go, oh, yeah. And then we always end the fight with this Dragon Ball Z yell, just, ah! Slam the door. And your parents get so upset. You start calling up everybody you know. Can you believe he did this to me? He yelled at me, puffed up at me. I'm pretty sure he even cussed at me under his breath. Meanwhile, we're in our room calling up our friends going, dude, it totally worked. Totally worked. I think they might even get me checked. This was genius. But my parents now, they're different than, because my baby sister, she's 13, so we had a huge age difference. And so I'm seeing different things. My parents, you guys, are off the rails now. They got a new washer and dryer. Anybody have this new washer and dryer? It sings songs when it's done? Yes, you have that. Do you know the song? No, you don't. Okay. That's good. Yes, move it with your hands so that I can read the note. He goes, I said, what is it? He goes, I said, yes, that's it. That's the song. But no, you guys, I was so surprised. I went to my parents' house there over in Ohio, and I was washing clothes, and when it was done, the dryer goes, bam, 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 like, it was celebrating for doing its job. Could you imagine a cop pulling you over, giving you a ticket, be like, here's a ticket, bam, 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 And this, you guys, this has changed my parents' lives. My dad and my stepmom are very professional people. But now, every 25 minutes, there's a rave in the basement. Honey, grab the glow sticks, it's time to party. My dad's doing the robot, my mom's swinging her pantyhose in the air. They're chugging Activia. Trying to solve their arthritis or something. My baby sister has to flip the lights off and on. That's her chore now. They got a bouncer there. I'm like, what do you mean my name's not on the list? I just need my socks. You're rude. People are rude though, am I right? Not us, so you can applaud. Yes. People are rude. Especially in public. You ever open the door for a stranger And halfway to the door, you realize that they don't deserve it anymore. So you just slowly close the door back up when they're only inches away. I learned that they won't make weird sounds if you, or they won't be mad at you if you make weird sounds while you're doing it. Just, but that's kidding. But I also don't like it when people cuss in public. That bothers me. Like when people tell other people to go to HE double hockey stick. Right? So I just tell people to go to Walmart. I'm like, go to Walmart. I will see you and your Uncle Bubba in Walmart. Don't actually do that. But if you think about it, Walmart and hell have a lot in common. But they have one main difference, and that is that hell is known as a fiery place, and if you ever walk into Walmart, nobody there is hot. Does anybody here work at Walmart? I probably should have asked that question first. Okay, good. Joke stands then. I actually did work at Walmart. Apparently for joke research, I guess. I saw some weird stuff, you guys. I worked the night shift. Oh yeah, I saw some things. I still have PTSD, you know, just wake up every morning, oh, hold me. I don't know who I'm talking to, but some robber, okay. It's like, I'm really confused that you're here, but thanks. You're here when I need you. Take the TV, get out. But you guys, the craziest thing that happened to me while I was working at Walmart, and this is true, I promise, is I saw this lady on the scooters. You know those scooters that you kids get on? You're like, my leg's broken, but you're doing donuts in the milk aisle? She was on that scooter, right? She's on it, and this nice old lady, she gets off the scooter, goes into the bathroom. The moment she's out of sight, this old guy, I didn't even see, steps on her scooter, pops a pill, because I guess he feels like he deserves it, and drives away. Like, that was the most docile version of Grand Theft Auto I had ever seen. And you know what's crazy though, because we look at other people doing crazy things and rude things, but we are not immune to saying stupid stuff. You ever catch yourself saying stupid stuff? I did it the other day. I was at a grocery store, right? Maybe some of you guys can relate. I was at this grocery store and I saw this lady with this huge belly, right? And so I asked her the obvious question. I said, how long have you been fat? She goes, no, I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. You were fat, I didn't know. Just my words. The problem is, though, I sometimes love weirding people out. As a comedian, it's worth it. Because then, yes, two very strange people in the back. I love weirding people out, and I'll give you guys some tips, you guys. Best way to weird somebody out. Walk up to somebody directly, and then confess something that isn't true. That's the best thing to do. You just walk up, go, hey, I just came from a funeral. I didn't know the guy, I just really like hugs. Princess Kitty. There's all sorts of things. Just confess it, just make it up. Hey! My worst fear is a bear that knows sign language. Because I freak out with my hands, it could accidentally sign eat me. And then you just walk away. My favorite, you guys, feel free to take this. This one gets everybody weirded out quick. Hey! That's, by the way, always started off with a hey. You don't need their name. Hey! I hope I'm famous one day, so that my mother will finally see me again. It'll be great. We'll go to a diner, she'll ask for forgiveness, and I'll make her laugh, and it'll be fantastic. And on our way out, I'll walk her to the car, and when we get to the alleyway, that's where I'll murder her. Because I really want to see my dad, and I know he'll come to the funeral. And then just walk away. Just walk away. Feel free to use any of those. Those are weird, guys. Don't use them. Don't actually use them. That was a joke. But pastor-approved joke is what that was. It's words that get me in trouble. You ever repeat a word so many times it sounds funny to you? My favorite right now is the word institute. Sounds like a fart in a can, doesn't it? Do you ever want to toot instantly? Now you can with Institute. For just 99 cents, this is one low gas price. Speaking of gas, I'm not going where you think I'm going. I have a car with tinted windows, and my mom hates it. She says all the time, "Oh, you got tinted windows, it looks like you're a gangster." I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm part of the blood clots." Calm it down. I'm cool. But no, I love having tinted windows. It's funny because people, they look at tinted windows and they always think, "Man, tinted windows, they look scary or gangster." I don't think they look like any of that. I think tinted windows just a little bit, kind of looks like when you want to go, see the baby in your belly. You know what I'm talking about? Like an ultrasound. Kind of looks like an ultrasound. Because you can sort of see something there, but you're not quite sure what it is. You're like, "Oh, look, it's a boy with a gun. Run! Run! Get out of here!" Institute. It's not just words out loud that get me in trouble, though. It's texting. I have a huge problem. I had something that lasted an entire year, you guys. Anybody ever mistake you for the wrong person via text? So I got a new phone a year ago. It used to belong to a guy named Andy. And I know that because Andy never told anybody he got a new phone. So people text me and say, "Hey, Andy, how's it going?" And I'd say, "My name's not Andy, I'm Chris." And then they would reply, "Ha ha, yeah right, Andy." Now listen, I'm a Christian, and I'm a good man. I'm very good, but I'm also a comedian. I can only go so long like that. So after a couple text messages with a bunch of people thinking I'm Andy, I embraced it. People say, "Hey Andy, can you take my shift tomorrow?" Deal. I'll be there. Then people ask me questions. "Hey Andy, how's life been going?" "Kind of okay. Lost my car at the mall." Snowman emoji. I'd say, Why'd you lose your car at the mall, Andy?" I'd say, "Don't know, don't care." Snowman emoji. So I was talking to a girl, and she was starting to talk, and she's like, "Hey Andy, like what's going on? What's up?" Everything like that. And out of nowhere, you guys, this had just gone too far. And she said, "Andy, what's been new?" I said, "Just got a dog." Guys, I don't know if Andy just got a dog. I'm pretty sure he didn't, in fact. And so she said, "Oh, that's crazy. How's Louie feeling about that?" I sent the two words that I should have never sent. You ever send something and then immediately wish you just pulled that back in? She said, "How's Louie feeling about it?" I said, "Louie's dead." Oh yeah! Immediately I got a phone call from her. I was like, "I can't answer that phone, I'm not Andy." My friends are all sitting there, we're like, "What do we do?" I was like, "We don't even know how Andy sounds, we don't know Andy." So we pick up the phone, "Yeah, this is Andy. Louie's dead. We can't talk right now, it's everywhere, bye." What's everywhere? Why did you say that? I don't know, so instead, I didn't talk to her for 3 days because I had no idea what to reply. Finally, I handed it to my fiance, who I'm marrying in December, by the way, which is really cool. So excited about that. And so I sent it to her because she's a great storyteller. So she sent an amazing story. She said, Hey, sorry it's been a while. I've just been so devastated with Louie's death. She said, here's what's happened. We drove down and I saw a beautiful blue chair on the side of the road, so I picked it up, took it home, had no idea what was wrong with it, didn't think anything was wrong with it. So I put it in the middle of the chair and I went to go sit on it. The problem is Louie's been doing this thing lately where Louie likes to go in between the chair. So while I sat down, the chair snapped. Louie's dead. Now, I think it's important for me to stop and tell you, I have no idea what Louie is. Louie could be a pet, or Louie could be a weird roommate. It's just like, oh, is that a chair? Well, you know my favorite thing to do. Just get right in the middle of that there chair. I'm dead now. Oh. So, during all of that, I get a call from Walgreens where Andy lives, and it's got his full name. So I immediately go, this is great. I'm going to Facebook Andy, and I'm going to friend him. And he has no idea, right? So I go friend him, and I start reading all of these messages on Andy's page, and a bunch of them are asking why he's been talking weird lately. This one lady goes, hey, Andy, quick question. You've been saying weird stuff to me. Is that you? Andy replied, and he said, nope. Said, turns out there's some comedian that's got my old number, and I just let him mess with people. He knew about me, and he was totally cool with it. That's the best guy ever. Louie's dead, and I'm happy. It's good. So I ran out of gas, and I had to push the car to the gas station, right? While pushing it to the gas station, this guy pulls aside and he goes, you out of gas? I said, no. I'm Amish. I lost 80 pounds this way. Just working out. That's what I've been doing. People are dumb. Especially that guy, who was my dad. He didn't help. Have you ever been in an accident? I was in an accident. Hit a deer, actually, which was weird. The deer hit me, and I had to call my dad and tell him I was in an accident, and my dad was mad. He was furious. He's like, what? You were in an accident? That's ridiculous. I was like, Dad, calm down. It's an accident. It's called an accident for a reason. It's not called a purpose. Nobody's ever like, yeah, 911? Yeah, I just got into a purpose. Just got into a big car purpose. Yeah, I've been planning this for months. The guy in front of me is mad. If you could please bring the cops, I think I might be part of a gun purpose here in a second. But I got hit by a deer, and what happened, I was driving in Ohio, and I'm driving at night, and I see this deer to the left of me, and this deer sees me, and I see the deer. And I immediately stop before anything happens, and I look over, and I see the deer, and I look at the deer, and I think, you're welcome, buddy. And the deer looks at me and goes, oh, I'm still going. And the deer runs full force towards my parked vehicle. And I guess the deer wanted to feel like I was still moving, because he kind of slid his face down my side window with the tongue sticking out, just like, it's like that. I was like, what in the world? But when you're driving, you want a good, sturdy, reliable car, and my favorite right now is a smart car. You know, the real tiny thing looks like a bumper car. You just want to smack on the back and be like, woohoo, carnival. Right? But the thing I love most about the smart cars is who's driving them. Because every time you look, it's always this big, buff guy who can't even lift his neck. Right? What they need to do is open up a sunroof. The poor guy can stick his head out. Hello. Autobots. The cars are so tiny. You could be driving and be like, oh, look, here comes a deer. That's okay, we'll just go under it. And a deer's so used to getting hit that it'd be like, where'd it go? That was my impression of a deer, by the way. If you ever do charades, this is deer. That's gazelle. Just a nice little hop. It's gazelle. Just to help you out. My, I had a van and I drove it into Chicago, and I had my family come with me because I wanted to show them Chicago. I was living there at the time. And so my baby sister, while we were downtown, she does this thing where she likes to go through these revolving doors. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? At the places where it's like you go all the way around. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that my mom had to have invented that door because she always, it's like it just convinces you to keep shopping for my mom. She's just like, okay, I'm gonna leave now. I'm leaving, and oh, well, somehow I ended up back in here. Well, I think God's just telling me to go shop again. So it's those revolving doors, and I don't know if you've ever tried this, but my sister, she loves when I try to jump in and share the same side with her, you know, and it's so small that you gotta be compact. And so I jumped in, right? And then I'm walking around and I'm just being a fool, you know, I'm like, you know, get about halfway through. And I look back and I see my baby sister. This is not my baby sister. This is a grown woman, the same size as my baby sister. And I just jumped right in, put my arms around her, and went, got about halfway through, and look back, and I go, oh no! And you just got to keep going. You can't stop at that point. But you just go, no, wait, no, this is wrong, this is all wrong. So you just kind of follow her along, and as soon as she got out, she took off running. I didn't know what to say, because what do you say in a moment like that? You know, so I was just like, your name's Megan, right? You're so stupid. Just gonna move on from there. You know, you go through life and you go through so many embarrassing things in life that every once in a while you just need to find something for you. And I have found that thing. And that, you guys, is the best exercise of my life. Workout videos. Anybody ever do a workout video? Yes. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The ones that are like, you're doing great. They're so encouraging, right? Something amazing that I found out about these workout videos is that when they are lifting you up in your spirits, they are not actually watching you. Which means that you can do whatever you want to do and get encouraged. So I recommend everybody tonight, go home, get into your freezer, pull out that giant chug of ice cream, put peanut butter, sprinkles, and birthday cake all over that baby. Then you pop in that Richard Simmons DVD and get encouraged. You're doing great, keep going. I will. Don't stop. I won't. Dig deeper. Oh yeah. Oh, I got a freezer burn. Go past the burn. I'm trying. Go past the burn. I'm trying. Go past the burn. Just abduct my hap. Hey, thank you guys. I'm Chris Wineland. Have a great night.